Let me know how that turns out. She can do something about that. Recording it somehow, somewhere,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Jesters is proud to present Fiddler on the Roof.
Fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? But here in our little village of Anatevka, you could say every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? Well, we stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition! 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 Because of our traditions, we've kept our balance for many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we have traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered, and we always wear a little prayer shawl. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did this tradition start? Well, I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition. Because of our traditions, everyone knows who he is and what God expects him to do. Day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers, and has the right as master of the house to have the final word at home. Tradition, the tradition. I hear they picked a bride for me. I hope she's pretty. The sun, tradition, the sun, tradition.
And who does Mama teach to mend and tend and fix? Preparing me to marry whoever Papa picks. The daughters, tradition, the daughters, tradition.
And
they are short and tailors, old and sad and broke and straight.
I hear they picked a bride for me. I hope she's pretty. The sun, tradition, the sun, tradition.
And here in the little circle of our village, we've always had our special types. For instance, Yenta the matchmaker.
Abram, I have found a perfect match for your son. A wonderful girl.
Oh, who is it?
Raquel, the shoemaker's daughter.
Ooh, Raquel? She can hardly see. She was almost blind.
Tell the truth now, Abram. Is your son really so much to look at? The way she sees and the way he looks, it's a perfect match.
And Reb Nachum the beggar.
Alms for the poor! Alms for the poor!
Here is 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck. Well, last week you gave me 2 kopecks.
I had a bad week.
So if you had a bad week, why should I suffer?
And most important, our beloved Rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a proper blessing for the czar?
Blessing to the Tsar. Of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
Then there are the others in our village. They have a much bigger circle. His Honor the Constable, His Honor the Priest, His Honor the many others. We don't bother them, and so far, they don't bother us. And amongst ourselves, we get along perfectly. Of course, there was the time where he sold him a horse and he delivered a mule, but that's all settled now. Now we live in simple peace and harmony and...
It was a horse. It was a mule.
It was without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
Mama, where should we put these? Put them on my head. By the stove, you foolish girl. Where's Papa?
She's in the barn milking. When will Papa be home?
I don't know. He worries a lot when he'll be home. It's almost Sabbath. Sits all day long, riding on Papa's wagon like a prince.
Mama, you know that Papa works hard.
His horse works harder. You don't have to defend your Papa to me. I've known him longer than you. He can make a person go crazy. You should only live and be well. Princess, bring me some more potatoes. Papa, did you finish milking?
Of course, Mama.
You were reading again? Why does a girl have to read? Look at everybody wants to. Here.
Mama, yes, she sounds right. Oh, maybe she's finally found a match for you, Sizo.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Mama, why does she have to come now? It's almost Sabbath.
Let's finish in the barn. I want to cross against it a little.
Mama, yes, she's up a little.
Yeah, the other told me.
Oh. Can I go out and play?
Your feet. Go. Hey, that's it. Go too.
Mama, when she finds. Last one was so old. And he was bald. He had no hair.
Poor girl without a dowry can't be so particular. You want hair? Marry a monkey.
Mama, I'm not yet 20 years old.
Do you
and-
have to boast about your age? You want to tempt the evil eye? Inside.
Oh, Golda, darling. I had to come see you because I have such news for you. And not just every day of the week, once in a lifetime. And where are your daughters? Outside? No. Good. Such diamonds, such jewels. You see, Golda, I'll find every one of you a husband. But you shouldn't be so picky. Even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband, God forbid. And who should know better than me? Ever since my husband died, I live in a poor widow, all alone. Nobody to talk to, nothing to say to anyone. It's no life. All I do at night is think of him. And even thinking of him gives me no pleasure. Because you know as well as I, he was not much of a person. Never made a living. Everything he touched turned to mud. But better than nothing.
Good evening. Is Zayo in the house?
But she's busy. You can come back later.
But there's something I need to tell her.
Later.
Oh, Mama, I thought I heard you.
Finish what you were doing. And I said, come back later.
All right.
What does that poor tailor boy Martin want beside him?
I don't know. They've been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play.
They play? What do they play?
Who knows? They're just children.
From such children come other children.
Oh, he's enough. Yes, I was the same.
Ah, children, children. They are your blessing in your old age. Though my Aaron couldn't give me children. To tell the truth, he never really tried. Believe me, he was good at those. Never raised his voice to me. But other than that, he was not much of a man. So what good is it if he never raised his voice? But what's the use in complaining? Other women enjoy complaining, but not Yenta. Not every woman in the world is Yenta. Well, I must go and prepare my poor supper table. So goodbye, Golda. It was a pleasure talking our hearts out to each other.
Yenta, you said you had news for me?
Oh, I'm losing my head. One day it could fall off altogether and the horse would kick it into the margin. Goodbye, Yenta. Of course, the news is about Laser Wolf the Butcher. A good man. A fine man. And I don't have to tell you that he's alone. But he's lonely, the poor man. You understand? Of course you do. To make it short, out of the whole town, he has his eye on Zaito.
My Zaito?
No, the Zag Zaito. Of course you're Zaito.
Oh, such a match for my Zaito, but Tevye wants a learned man. He doesn't like laser.
Listen to me, Golda. It's heavy. Don't tell him what it's about. Let Laser discuss it himself. He'll win him over. He's a good man. A wealthy man. True? True. And you don't have to thank me, Golda, because aside from my fee, it gives me satisfaction to make people happy. What better satisfaction is there? So goodbye, Golda, and you're welcome.
What did you want, Mama? What I want you to know, I'll tell you. Clean the barn.
Maybe she's finally found a husband for you, Saito. I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband.
Not unless it's Model the tailor.
I didn't ask you. Saito, you're the oldest. They have to find a match for you before they can find one for me. And after her, one for me. So if Yenta brings somebody for you. Oh, Yenta. Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves. She might bring someone wonderful, someone interesting and well off and important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll ring the bell. You ring the clocks, louder and better. Bring me a ring for long to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't tolerate he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match. I'll climb Since when were you interested in a match, Hava? All you have your eye on is your book. And you have your eye on the rabbi's son. Well, why not? We only have one rabbi and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best? Because you're a poor girl from a poor family. So whatever Yenta brings, you'll take, right? Of course, right. Hado, oh Hado, have I the match for you? He's handsome, he's young. All right, he's 62, but he's a nice and a good catch. True, true. I promise you'll be happy. And even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. Papa, I found him a really lucky bride. He's handsome.
Today, I am a horse. Dear God, why did you have to make my poor old horse lose his shoe right before the Sabbath? That wasn't very nice. So now you pick on me, damn you! Bless him with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. What do you have against my horse? Sometimes I think, when it gets a little too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see what kind of mischief I can play on my friend Debbie, eh?
You're finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith for the Sabbath.
Oh, hurry up. The sun won't wait for you. I got something to tell you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, bring us the cure. We've got the sickness already. I'm not really complaining. With your help, I'm starving to death. You made many poor people. I realize it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty rich, yiddle diddle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof and real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud would land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty rich, diddle man, I'd see my wife, my golden, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I'd see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in! Screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town will come to fawn on me. They will ask me to advise them, like Solomon the Wise. If you please, Reptevia, pardon me, Reptevia, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eye. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I'd discuss the holy book with the learned men 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. Yeah. If I were a rich man, all day long I'd if I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?
There he is. You forgot my order for the Sabbath.
Ah, Reb Mordecai. I'm sorry. I had a little accident with my horse.
Tevye, you didn't bring the rabbi's order.
I know, Reb Mendel.
Okay, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
Oh, well, this is bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Speaking of news, terrible news in the outside world. Terrible.
What is it?
What does it say?
It says in a village called Blazhanka, all the Jews were evicted, forced to leave their homes.
For what reason?
Doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted the land. Maybe the plague.
Maybe the Tsar's own personal plague.
Amen.
Why don't we have to give us some good news?
Only read it. It's an edict from the authorities.
Maybe authorities start reaching in places that they can't reach.
Amen.
Why do you curse them? What good does your cursing do? You sit around, you curse and chatter, and you do nothing. You all chatter your way to the grave.
Excuse me? You're not from this village.
No.
And where are you from?
Kiev. I was a student in the university there.
Aha, the university. Is that where you learn to criticize your elders?
No, actually, that's where I learned there's more to life than talk. You can't just close your eyes to the outside world.
Why should I break my head about the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
He's right. As the good book says, if you spit in the air, it lands on your face.
That's nonsense. You can't just ignore the world.
Well, he's right.
Wait, he's right. And he's right. How could they both be right?
No. You are also right.
He's right, he's still wet behind the ears. Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Sabbath. Good Sabbath.
Rabbi's order? My keys?
Of course. So, you're from Kiev, Fred.
Persian.
Persian. So you're an outsider. As Abraham said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
Moses said that.
Oh, forgive me. As King David put it, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moses.
For a man who is slow of tongue, he sure talked a lot.
My keys?
Here. Have a piece.
I have no money. I'm not a beggar.
It's a blessing for me to give. Here.
Very well. For your sake, of course.
Thank you. You know, it's no crime to be poor.
No, in this world, it's the rich who are the criminals. One day their wealth will be ours.
That would be nice. If they would agree, I would agree.
Who will make this miracle come to pass?
People. Ordinary people.
Like you?
Like me.
Nonsense.
And until your golden days come, Red Birch, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Tell me, do you have any children?
I have 5 daughters.
5?
Daughters.
Girls should learn too. Girls are people.
A radical.
Are you willing to open their minds to great thoughts?
What great thoughts?
Well, the Bible has many lessons for our times.
Well, I'm a very poor man. Food for lessons. Good. Come, stay the Sabbath with us. You know, we don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, when a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Where does the book say that?
Well, it doesn't exactly say that, but somewhere it says something about a chicken. Good Sabbath. good Sabbath, children.
Good Sabbath, Papa.
Children, this is Perchik. Perchik, this is my oldest daughter.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Your daughter's quite pleasant.
Well, I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine. 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 This. Well, this is not mine. Perchik, this is bottle camisole.
So you did me a favor and came in.
This is also mine. Golden, this is Perchik from Kia, and will be spending the Sabbath with us. He's a teacher. Would you like to take lessons from him?
I am a good teacher, really. I'm a very good teacher.
Well, I heard once that the rabbi who must praise himself as a congregation of one.
Your daughter's tongue is quick and quite witty.
The which she gets from me. As the good book
The
says,
good book can wait. Get watched.
the tongue she gets from her mom.
Uncle, you're also eating with us? Of course, none is left. So, 2 more. Spring up the oven. Get washed.
Mama can help me.
Get the table. All right. I'll wait you 2, and you wash outside at the well. Tevye, I have something to tell you.
Why should today be any different?
Tevye, I have to tell you.
Yes, I'm praying.
Mason Wolf wants to see you.
Laser, the butcher.
I don't know. Only they said it was something important.
Important. It could be so important. I have nothing for him to slaughter.
After the Sabbath, see him and talk to him.
Talk about what? If he wants to buy my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an office. The man sent an important message. The least you can do is speak to him.
Talk about what? He wants to buy my new milk cow.
Talk to him!
All right. After the Sabbath, I'll talk to him. Die.
Model, Yentl is here.
I saw her.
If they agree on someone and find a match for me, it may be too late.
Don't worry, I found somebody who was selling his used sewing machine. In a few weeks I'll save up enough money to buy it. And your father will be impressed with me.
2 weeks may be too late.
What else can we do?
You could ask for my hand tonight. Now!
Why should you consider me now? I'm only a poor tailor.
I'm the daughter of a poor milkman. Talk to him.
Just a poor tailor.
Motto! Even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
It's true.
Will you talk to him? Will you talk to him?
All right. I'll talk.
Where is everyone? It's late. Late.
Reb Tevye.
Come, children. We're lighting the candles.
Reb Tevye.
Yes, what is it? Well, Michael, what is it?
Good Sabbath. Reb Tevye. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath. Oh, good Sabbath. Come, children. May the Lord protect and defend you.
best brandy and 2 glasses.
That's brandy, but present, sir. What's the occasion?
Are you getting ready for a party?
There might be a party. Maybe even a wedding.
A wedding? Wonderful. And I'll be happy to make the wedding merry, lead the dancing and so forth. For little fee, naturally.
Naturally, a wedding is no wedding without you and your fee.
Good evening.
Good evening, Togia. What are you doing here so early?
He wants to buy my new cow. Good evening, Reb Blazer.
Ah, Reptile, please sit, have a drink.
I won't insult you by saying no. Thank you.
How goes it with you?
How should it go?
You're right.
And you?
The same.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So how goes it with your brother-in-law in America?
Well, I believe he's doing very well.
He wrote you?
Not lately.
And how do you know?
Well, if he was doing poorly, he'd write me.
Reptile, I suppose you know why I wanted to see you.
Yes, I do, Reb Blazer, but there's no use talking about it.
Why not?
Why, yes. Why should I get rid of her?
You have a few more without her.
Oh, I see. Today you want 1, tomorrow you may want 2.
2. What would I do with 2?
The same you would do with 1.
Reptile, this is very important to me.
I don't see why it's so important.
Frankly, because I'm lonesome.
Lonesome! What are you talking about?
You don't know?
Well, we're talking about my new cow, the one you want to buy from me.
A milk cow, so I won't be lonesome? I was talking about your daughter Zeitel.
My daughter, Zeit.
Yes, your daughter Zeitel. I see her in my butcher shop every Thursday. She made quite a good impression on me. I like her. And as for me, you know, I'm well off. A house, a good store, a servant. Why do we have to try and impress her? Let's shake hands and call it a match. You won't need dowry for her. You may find something in your own purse, too.
Shame on you. Shame. What do you mean, my own purse?
All right, all right.
Zeitel's not the type I'd sell for money.
All right, we won't talk about money. The thing is, let's get it done with. I like her. I'll be good to her. What do you think?
What do I think? What do I think? I never liked him. Why should I? He's a decent man. You can have a fine conversation if you talk about kidneys or livers. On the other hand, not everyone has to be a scholar. If you're rich enough, no one will call you stupid. And with a butcher, my daughter will surely never know hunger. But he's got a problem. He's much older than her. That's her problem. But she's younger, and that's his problem. I've always thought of him as a butcher, but I misjudged him. He's a good man. He likes her, and he will try to treat her well. What do I think? It's a match.
You agree?
I agree.
Oh, that's wonderful. Let's drink on it.
Why not? To you.
Oh, my friend, to you.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreements. To our prosperity. To good health and happiness. And most important, to life. To life. L'chaim. 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 To life. Here's to the father I tried to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink l'chaim. To life. To life. L'chaim. 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 To life. Life has a way of confusing us.
Blessing and bruising us.
Drink l'chaim to life. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for?
To life, l'chaim. Don't sidle, my daughter.
My wife. Here's something to think about.
Something to drink about. Drink l'chaim to life.
Red Vodka.
Yes.
Drinks for everybody. What's the occasion? I'm taking myself a bride. Oh! Timmy's eldest, Zeitel. Oh, congratulations, a mazel tov. Dear pleasure. To Laser Wolf.
To Tevya.
To Zeitel, your daughter. My wife. May all your futures be pleasant ones, not like our present ones. Drink l'chaim to life, l'chaim. L'chaim to life. It takes a wedding to make us say, let's live another day. Drink l'chaim to life.
Words of glass and simple rubber shots in honor of the great good luck that favored you.
We know that when good fortune favors two, such men extend to reason, we deserve it too.
To us and our good fortune.
Be happy,
Be healthy.
long life. And if our good fortune never comes, here's to whatever comes. Drink l'chaim to life.
And to me laser. All right.
Impressive, Tevya.
Now it's a celebration!
Alive! Tiffany, after the marriage, we will be related.
Oh!
You will be my papa.
Ah, your papa! I've always wanted a son, but one a little younger than myself. Good night, Reckless.
Good evening.
Good evening, Your Honor.
May I offer my congratulations, Tevye?
Oh, thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, Tevye, I have a piece of news I think I should tell you as a friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm telling you this news because I like you. You're a decent, honest person, even though you're a Jewish dog.
Ah, thank you, Your Honor. How often does a man get a compliment like that? And your news.
We have received orders that sometime soon this district is to have a little unofficial demonstration.
A pope? Here?
No, just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Not too serious, just a little mischief, so that if an inspector came through, we can see we have done our duty. Personally, I don't understand why there has to be all this trouble between people, but I thought I could tell you, and you could tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will. You're a good man. You know, it's too bad you're not a Jew.
Oh, that's what I like about you, Tevye. Always joking. And congratulations again for your time.
Ah, thank you, Your Honor. Good night. Dear God, why did you have to give me news like that today of all days? I know we're the chosen people. But once in a while, couldn't you choose someone else? Anyway, thank you for granting a husband for my title. L'chaim. Ah.
Now, children, today I will tell you a story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob, and then we will discuss it together. All right? Good. Now, Laban had two daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel. And Jacob was in love with the younger, Rachel, so he asked for her hand in marriage. Laban agreed if he would work for him for 7 years.
Was Laban a mean man?
He was an employer. Now, after working for 7 years, Laban ended up tricking Jacob and gave him the ugly daughter, Leah. As such, Jacob was forced to work another 7 years before he could marry Rachel. Given this, we can clearly conclude that the Bible teaches us we must never trust an employer. Good. Now, the next story.
Chocolate enough yet?
No, Mama. But enough lessons.
You have to do his work today. Came home last night and started to bed like a dead man. How long did the man sleep? Put that away to clean the barn before your papa gets up.
That was an interesting lesson, Perchik.
You think so?
Although I don't know if the rabbi would agree with your interpretation.
And neither, I suppose, with Rabbi's son.
My sisters have big tongues.
Tell me, what do you know about him other than that he is the Rabbi's son? Would you still be interested if he were the shoemaker's son, or maybe the tinsmith's?
Well, at least I know he does not have any strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
Oh, certainly. Any new idea would be strange to you. After all, the Lord said, let there be light.
Yes, but he was not talking to you personally.
You have spirit, even a little intelligence.
Thank you.
Perhaps. What use is your brain without curiosity? It is but a rusty tool. Now, good day.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully to a girl, although that is too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Oh, our traditions, nothing must change. Everything is perfect exactly the way it is.
We like our ways.
Our ways are changing all over, but here, men are in the study, women are in the kitchen. They should not touch, they should not even look at each other.
I am looking at you.
So I can tell you that you're very brave.